Hello, my name is Fenna. Welcome to Following Fenna. I am a certified coach and counselor, and I work with people in a limerent episode and also with their partner. Now, one of the symptoms of limerence is thinking that a life with the other person would be or would have been great. If only we can be with LO, basically everything will be perfect. And this conviction is so strong. But why do we do that? And why should we actually let go of our fake future and create a new future without a low? In this video, I'm going to explain to you why. Narrow thinking, short-term thinking, ridiculous thinking, it's all part of the game. The counterfactual thinking that we do while we are in a limerent episode. It's also common in grief, by the way. Counterfactual thinking is thinking that life would have been better if ... such and such. We think of alternatives. The alternatives are what we have now, and we always think of better alternatives. We never think about the worse alternatives. Now, the fact is that we don't know because we could not and we still cannot see in the future. And we limerence, we cannot really see the bigger picture. We don't really fantasize realistically. We don't think that the incompatibility that we have with the other person will give us problems in the long run. We don't think about deterioration, which is common in limerence, will set in, and we don't think about how one day maybe we will find LO unattractive and very annoying. No, we just think with one thing. We think with dopamine. And dopamine, I explained this also in other videos. Dopamine is not so much about the pleasure, it's about the possibility, the promise of the upcoming pleasure. Dopamine doesn't really care what we have now, it lives in the future. Always. Dopamine is what makes our future looks brighter. It makes us want to make a bigger or take the next step. And the more dopamine a certain event triggers, the more strongly that event gets hardwired in our brain, and the more intensely your brain drives you to revisit that. In other words, the more dopamine we get from a certain something, the more we want it again and again and again, which makes sense, of course. But the brain also takes, and this is important, the brain takes the past experience to kind of try to predict. The brain loves predicting things, how much pleasure it can expect from a future experience. That's why we seem to think that, life with LO will be one big pink cloud because we felt it before. When we entered the limerent episode, we felt great. So here I am. I'm here to stop your counterfactual dopamine-driven thinking and smack some reality in your hormonal flooded brain. With love. Why should we let go of our fake future? Number 1. Limerence is here because we met the wrong person, because of the intermittent reinforcement, and because of our unfulfillment when the limerent episode began. Now, none of that is the base of a healthy relationship. I've never heard someone say, how did you meet your husband? Oh, mommy, how did you meet daddy? Oh, well, daddy has an avoidant attachment style due to unhealed trauma, and therefore he was so unpredictable in his contact, and the intermittent reward drove me crazy, but it also caused repetition of my behavior, and that's how we got together, and we've been together happily for 30 years now. I've never heard that. Number 2. Limerence is about addiction. It's actually a very predictable, explainable, measurable form of addiction. There is nothing romantic about limerence. We are not Romeo and Juliet. We are Juliet with a crack pipe. And addictions play out in described circles. And so does limerence. Number 3, biases are a symptom of limerence. Not only counterfactual thinking, but also loss aversion. We invested so much. We invested everything. We see the dangling carrot. Just hold on, I'm so close in forming a relationship with this person. If only I hold on just a little bit longer. We don't want to let go when it's so close. When your hormones will be regulated again, it means that you will laugh again when something is funny. You will be sad when something is sad, and you will be happy when things go well. You have a normal, reactive hormonal system, and so your moods will be normal again. And think about the headspace that you have. You will have other things to think about than just hello. Okay, well, that sounds really great. Now, tell me, Fenna, how do I do that? You go no contact. And you knew that I was going to say that, right? You go no contact. And you endure the pain. You endure the pain for the following weeks, months, years. I don't care. You endure it for as long as it takes. And then you harvest. You harvest your new life when you are out of the limerish hell. You don't need to move to another state or country or another city in order to be happy because you want to be with Elo so much. That's your addiction speaking. You can do that right here. Elo is not your savior. Elo is not your happiness in any case. You cannot build your happiness on one person. It's kind of the other way around. Elo is your unhappiness. I hope you liked this video, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you want my help or you have a partner that you think is in limerence, I'm here to help you. I do this for quite some time now. Well, actually, I'm a therapist for 25 years now. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another one. Bye.